Nobody cares when you're no one. You could be the best at anything, best at your sports, best at creativity, best in terms of your mindset, intellect, etc. But no one actually inherently cares unless you do the thing and actually prove to them why they should actually care. Every single person that's successful, every single person that's insanely rich, for example, someone like Elon Musk, for example, I can almost guarantee that back then, when he was maybe a younger and around our age, no one really cared about bro. They were probably thinking, you know what? It's just probably the tech nerd. He likes to spend time with himself. Let's just leave him to his device, etc. We hear these stories time and time again because in reality, all those same people that maybe doubted or didn't actually believe in the source, etc., they only care when you actually give them a reason to actually care. The same thing with this YouTube channel, for example, same thing with my personal brand. A lot of people within my, you could say, circle, and a lot of people that are successful in their own right, that obviously we have a mutual connection, always say to me that, bro, in reality, you need to stop downplaying yourself because you have the credentials, you worked with these artists, you've done these type of numbers in and out of music. Do you know what I mean? You have expertise that a lot of people simply just don't have, and you have a take and a mindset and opinion that a lot of people don't necessarily have, a different perspective, right? But unfortunately, people will never ever care until it gets to a point where, again, this channel takes off and we have thousands and thousands and thousands of people within the community. People won't care until I'm able to crack certain amount of numbers and actually document it in real time. People won't care until I'm able to actually, in my other businesses, for example, give my clients certain type of results and actually write the numbers for them so that they give me certain testimonials to actually be like, you know what, this is the go-to guy. We trust and recommend him. And then obviously they segue more clients over to me. No one cares if you're a nobody, you know? And we've gotten to a point in life where I believe a lot of people kind of find themselves in a position where they believe they're more special than they actually are. And I'm not here to take anything away from anyone. It's more so a case of, let's actually be real. Majority of us are average, bro. Majority of us are average looking. Majority of us are average height. Majority of us are average in terms of money. Majority of us are average in terms of our physique. Majority of us are average just in general. And it was only, you could say, from 2010s, from my personal opinion, where to be average started to get demonized. When you started seeing all these celebrities starting to basically demonize what it meant to be standard or natural beauty, etc. You started to see all these cosmetic surgeries and stuff like that coming into the forefront. You started to see, the trappers, etc., starting to, you know, overinflate certain lifestyles, etc., and actually make everyone else kind of look bad. It went from it being a case where just average people understood that, okay, they're just who they actually are, and it's either they do everything in their power to become super natural, whatever, above average, right? Or they just live an average life and it's okay as well. Now we're in a phase, especially with social media, I think that's probably the biggest reason as well, where we got accustomed to the Instagram type of lifestyle. Anyone, for example, even you watching this video right now, if you wanted to portray to people that you have bread, all you need to do is fly to Dubai. You can live in like a cheaper hotel. There's hotels that obviously go for a couple grand a day. There's others that you can probably be in there for like £20 a day, for example, right? So you go for a week, and also tickets aren't necessarily too expensive depending on the time of year, right? You go, you have certain outfits, and then it costs nothing for you to literally just get an Uber to a hotel or a certain place that actually has some luxury cars and rentals, etc. Take some pictures, try to document a certain type of lifestyle, post on Instagram, and people perceive you completely different. They're like, oh, this person came up. Oh, how are you making money? Da, 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 da. And that way and that method has been working for so long for so many people that now it's almost as if that's now become the norm. I am not against people enjoying their life and going on holidays and enjoying experiences, etc. But from an economic standpoint, and when I speak to like financial advisors and stuff, a lot of them actually say that, bro, a lot of us don't actually realize we're actually just messing ourselves up. Because in our younger years, we're spending all this money on like drip, we're spending all this money on luxury items, on traveling, on etc. And we're not leaving anything for the future. We're not having a savings pot. We're not actually creating certain things for ourselves where in the future we're able to, maybe even retire. Like there's a majority of people in our generation are not going to retire. It's just retirement's not a thing anymore, you know? So we put ourselves in these positions to impress other people and actually perceive and make people perceive us to be more special than we actually are. When in reality, bro, people are just everyone's average, bro. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Now, I don't necessarily believe being average is a bad thing, but I always advise to the man them that you need to put in certain type of work and actually create some sort of value for the marketplace so that at least you're still able to actually reap the benefits of where it actually is in life, Because even though I personally don't believe being average is a bad thing, unfortunately, life doesn't work that way anymore, So if that's the case, then you got to do things to make people care. Whether it is building your personal brand and actually getting some sort of clout so that people perceive you in a different type of way, you're able to now start doing brand deals, sponsorships. You're able to garner attention from your audience and funnel them to this and that and monetize. Whether it's a case where you just go straight to the bag, there's a lot of people, there's too many people, bro. Too many people I know that some of them are 16, 17, 18, 19, 25, like younger than 30 that are making a ridiculous amount of income from just the internet, bro. It could be from remote closing, it could be from appointment setting, it could be from what I do, which is SMMA, running a marketing agency. It could be from AI, it could be from different things. Some people I know they're into like crypto or even, trading, except there's different ways, bro. Some people are just going straight to the bag and you will never even know who they are or never even see them post once. You know what I mean? So that's another way. Another way, obviously, just making sure that you're maximizing your health, etc. You guys probably hear me every single day talk about the gym and talk about health, etc. Is because I understand that in today's day and age, let's be real, like majority of people, well, the new average is actually like kind of overweight. You know what I mean? And I know some of you might be triggered by that, but it's just the facts. You know what I mean? Back in our forefathers' period, you'll never ever see a young gentleman with like a belly like mine. I don't think it's even gonna come in the frame, right? Yes, I do have the muscles and stuff like that, but you would never ever have like a belly. You know what I mean? You'll never ever be in a position where, for example, you're on the BMI or on the scale, wherever you're overweight, etc. Do you know what I mean? So that's a new concept. Simply down to obviously society changing. Obviously, you can't body shame and stuff like that anymore. People aren't, let's be real, we become a lazy generation. We're a generation of convenience. So instead of, maybe cooking a meal that you know what's going inside your food, etc., what are you gonna do? You're gonna order, you're gonna do these type of things, and as a result, you keep on cheating your diet to a point where you end up getting a belly like mine. You know what I'm saying? But these are things that, again, all jokes aside, that if you want to live a certain type of lifestyle and actually, not for other people, I'm saying for yourself or for your family, and again, for the most high, the most important three, then you're going to have to make certain sacrifices and actually do everything in your power to make it a reality for yourself. Even though you can't necessarily complain, bro. You can't complain when, you're forced to live in a certain place. You're forced to marry or get with someone that's, since we're saying average is a bad thing now, someone that's average or even below average. Because let's be real, even the average people, for example, they don't perceive themselves as average, so they're acting as if though they're above average. So you're in a losing spot anyways, you know what I'm saying? Or in terms of, opportunities, you won't be able to fly out when it's the appointed time. You won't be able to invest and get certain opportunities, etc. Like right now, we're in a recession. People are going to get richer now than ever because like you get massive wealth transfers in recessions, bro, and you get massive wealth transfers in periods where majority of people are struggling. If you're able to come up with a solution and monetize from that solution, you win. That's the name of the game. So always remember that no one cares when you're nobody. So for my people that watch this and want something better for themselves, do everything in your power to become somebody, right? But the reason why you do it is not for other people. You do it for yourself, you do it for your family, and most importantly, you do it for the Most High. And as a result, my people that must see at the top. If you enjoy these mindset downloads, leave a like, share with a friend, and also subscribe because we're looking to grow the channel. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's one. Peace.